So without any further ado, let's let Psalm 64:8 happen. All right, because I stand on it. I believe that George Galloway is a Jake, but General McGregor is not. General McGregor is a true blue Edomite, and he's mad at Amalek.
I'm terribly sorry that we don't have you in vision, but Colonel McGregor on the line is worth 10 people in vision. So I'm very glad that you have been able to join us, albeit in this way. I'd like your analysis first, please, on what could possibly go wrong with the United States, Britain, and France firing cruise missiles into Russia. How could that backfire?
Well, I think it's already begun to backfire. I'm afraid that the Russians, and specifically Mr. Putin and his inner circle, are frustrated at their inability to signal unambiguously to the West that they will not tolerate any more interference in Ukraine. From their standpoint, this war is effectively...
Reaching your weight loss goals starts with Hers, where you can get access to compounded semaglutide injections.
Coming to an end. They would like to negotiate an end to it, straighten out whatever needs to be straightened out geographically, and work with a new government in Kiev. And we have decided that we're going to try and bully them, which is a serious mistake. They've now lowered the nuclear threshold to the point where conceivably they could respond with a nuclear weapon. But frankly, given the hypersonic missiles at their disposal, and they are clearly ahead of us in the West with regard to this technology, I think...
Now, we told you this here at GMS years ago. I remember saying this back in 2011, 2012, that Russia's missile technology was far ahead of America's. Their missile technology is far superior. They're almost 4 decades ahead in technology, in missile technology, and that their missiles cannot be. America has no defense against against Russia's top missiles. They don't. It's exclusively two that I have in mind are the Satan 1 and the Satan 2. Right, Satan being divided against itself is almost is comically ironic. All right. But, you know, I had so many people, military people as well, that would talk crap and come against. But now it's coming, they're admitting it. Colonel Douglas McGregor just told you that America's missile technology is inferior to Russia's. And I'm going to let you know the full skinny. By 4 decades. It says that Russia's technology is about 4 decades, 40 years ahead of America's. That's 2 generations, all right? Because, you know, roughly every 20 years is a generation. But here we go.
I think they could probably do just as much damage with high-end explosives on conventional missiles with hypersonic capability that they could with nuclear weapons. But I think we have to consider the high possibility that we could really be on the verge of war with Russia.
Well, it's clear to me, you'll know better in Washington, but it's clear to me that a bloc has been formed between the most belligerent of the NATO European governments and the last ditchers, the dead enders in Washington, to try and stop any possibility of Donald Trump being able to bring an end to this war. Is that how it looks to you?
Well, I think that's true. The problem right now is that President Trump has actually allowed people working for him to send mixed signals. He recently appointed a new deputy national security advisor, this man, Sebastian Gorka. And he has already said publicly that when President Trump takes office, he's going to threaten Putin with a rise in aid to Ukraine if he doesn't agree to end the war. If that's true, that would be sheer lunacy. Then I'm afraid that right now, Mr. Putin and his inner circle may decide that they have nothing to lose by effectively challenging us to a war before Mr. Trump even reaches office.
You see, so Trump's rhetoric could actually cause, because he took the stance that he was going to stop these wars. All right. Remember, Russia was only responding to being attacked by America when they blew up those, by America and the rest of the West, when they blew up those military installations with ease, and now Trump is going back, sending mixed signals by saying he's going to support Ukraine and Israel, right? Because the Israeli thing is only going to draw the rest of the West into war, and the Ukrainian thing is only going to draw the rest of the West into war, which people that actually can think straight don't want that to happen. But we know it's going to happen because it's prophecy. The Lord is guiding them. They think that they have free will, and they don't. All right? And the people are mourning as a result of it. This is Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. The whole world is mourning because the wicked are ruling. Amalek is sitting at the top of that. So the whole world is in mourning. No one's really happy anywhere.
In other words, the signals coming out of Washington are a mix of arrogance, ignorance, and frankly, stupidity. The Trump who months ago said, well, we need to stop the killing, seems to have disappeared in favor of some new macho man who wants to demonstrate that he's really in control. And the truth is, George, we are not in control, and we are not the nation of 91. We're the nation of 2024. Our forces are very different now, and they're not terribly capable, and we're not prepared to challenge the Russians, the Chinese, the Iranians, or anybody to a regional war of any kind. And as you know, most of the world has turned against us because of our stance on Israel.
Wow, just like I said, Jeremiah 49:7. Concerning Edom, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? If they pulled out of, if the Israelis were to just leave and stop all their fighting on the 7 different fronts that they're on, and leave the Palestinians alone, and Ukrainians would just give back Ukraine to Russia, and just leave that area alone, there'd be no more issues. But who wants that to happen? The Lord, the people of the Lord don't want that to happen, and definitely the Lord don't want it to happen. But it just goes to show you that there's no wisdom in Teman.